Hi, and welcome to First Bite, a nation's restaurant news podcast. I'm Nora Rugova. Today is Monday, November 28, and here are your top stories. First, why restaurants are finally adopting dynamic pricing strategies. A shift to digital ordering combined with higher food costs has led more restaurants to adopt dynamic pricing technology in the past 2 years. Second, Larry H. Miller Company acquires majority stake in Savory Fun-owned Swig Soda Shop. Savory Fun will pass a baton to the real estate and entertainment investment company. Third, Menu Tracker, new items from Del Taco, IHOP, PF Chang's, plus innovations at 8 other restaurant chains. Fourth, the 10 restaurant chains with the highest quality food. Data Essentials says the quality of food in particular needs to be ensured to meet the demands of today's more cautious consumer. And finally, how one QSR deli is growing through food halls. Locali in Southern California is expanding through a licensing agreement with local kitchens. And now let's dive deeper into a story from NRN.com. In the face of relentless inflation and an impending recession, loyal consumers are more valuable to restaurants than ever. Chains are responding accordingly, implementing and upgrading their loyalty programs. The digital revolution has also opened up new opportunities for loyalty marketing beyond the old standard of punch cards. Restaurants can also collect more data on consumers through apps and digital loyalty programs. Here, Editor-in-Chief Sam Oches describing the engaging, innovative loyalty programs that restaurants are rolling out these days.
I think restaurants are, as they always have, understanding that a loyal customer is incredibly valuable to them, but they're probably also recognizing that in the midst of inflation, in the face of an impending recession, loyal customers are all the more important. So that's one very big reason why right now I think you see a lot of action in loyalty is that restaurants are trying to really fortify the business through loyal customers. But also the digital revolution has just opened a lot more doors for loyalty programs than once existed, because before you had punch cards and, you know, your keychain fobs or whatever it was that people used for loyalty. The old school technology, I guess you could say, it just isn't cutting it anymore, because right now customers are mostly engaging with restaurants through digital tools like apps. And so the opportunities to connect a loyalty program to that is huge. For starters, you can collect a lot more data on customers through your app or through an online loyalty program. But also you can really tailor a lot more unique loyalty programs digitally as well. So the recent innovation that we're seeing is that restaurants are developing a lot more engaging, experiential kinds of loyalty programs where customers aren't just getting, the 10th one free after 9 purchases. They are getting access to exclusive offers and experiential opportunities that aren't available to anybody else. And
okay, so we're talking about this experiential loyalty programs, and we've seen things like Thanks come out with Thanks 3.0. We're seeing Just Salad gamify its loyalty programs. I mean, what do you think about this? And Starbucks is talking about its metaverse having gamification elements to it. I mean, what do you think about this aspect of the loyalty programs?
It's the capabilities for restaurants to be able to do this. First off, that's a big part of it. Is now with this digital revolution where everybody has this high-powered computer in their pocket that allows restaurants to develop much more dynamic, rich, engaging loyalty programs than they could before, and that's why you see this going in a lot of these different directions. But also, it's a matter of being able to engage the guests beyond the menu, beyond the restaurant, beyond the 4 walls, engaging them in ways that consumes their time, that gets the customer to be able to think about the brand, even when they're not inside the restaurant. to gamify things so people try to play more, to earn more rewards, to earn more potential discounts or whatever it might be. But also by gamifying their loyalty programs, there's a fun element involved here, which is that now customers want to play a game probably more than they want to go to a restaurant. So they're engaging with that restaurant more than they would if they just went for a lunch or something like that. So it's all kind of part of this lifestyle push, right? When we started talking about lifestyle brands several years ago, what we meant by that was restaurants were trying to connect with beyond the customer's stomach, but beyond what they craved, and more connect with who do I support as part of my lifestyle. I am a Starbucks customer. I don't just get a cup of coffee from Starbucks. It goes along in that same mold, because what you see is now, if I am a Starbucks customer who wants to go beyond just getting a cup of coffee, well, I'm going to spend more time in their app because I want to gain more points to get more free coffee. And I see myself as sort of a Starbucks VIP. I've seen some comparisons to this. This is not an original Sam thought, but I like it, which is that this is similar to airline loyalty programs in that, you talk to people, they see themselves as a Delta customer, as a Southwest customer. That's not just I chose Delta because it's the cheapest or direct flight. It's I am a Delta customer. And the more they fly Delta, well, they get Sky Miles and they get access to the lounge. And this is all very similar, which is you're taking them deeper into a brand experience that's not just about discounts. It's about your lifestyle. So that's what I think the broader innovation around loyalty programs is around that idea of pulling them deeper into your own ecosystem. And as you do that, you're collecting more data about them, and you're turning them into even bigger of a fan than they were before. So that's what this is all about, and we're seeing it come up in a lot of really interesting and creative ways.
Thanks for listening to this episode of First Bite. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, stay up to date with your news at nrn.com.